Hi everybody. I just thought I'd make this quick video to give you a little update of where I am. If you notice, I haven't been posting videos as often as usual, and I kind of alluded to that a couple of videos ago. Things have been really busy, and that has taken a little bit of a back burner. But I thought I'd give you an update because there's a lot of good news too. So work has been really busy, and running a business sometimes can be a time vampire big time, and that's what's happening right now. As you can see here, this is still up on the bench, but it's not going to be here much longer, and I'll explain that in a moment. But the first thing I want to address is YouTube itself. They've made some changes, and some of you who are content creators already know this. You already got the message. But apparently it has to do with monetization. Now, I'm not a big YouTube person. I'm not a big online person. My interests are what you see here on the bench and X-ray machines and things like that. I don't really get into the internet thing a whole lot. It's just I have enough other interests in my life. But from what I understand, what YouTube is going to do is they are going to add more of the ads, if you're monetized, into your videos by default. Now, whenever you post a video, if you're a content creator, you always have the ability to put ads through the video, like they call them mid-roll. So in other words, you'll have an ad at the beginning and an ad at the end or something like that. But you can also opt in to add more ads. And of course, the more ads you put in your video, the more, technically, the more revenue you can make. Now, I guess if you're you have a lot of subscribers, I really don't, but if you have, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, each one of those can, and you do this for a living, I guess that can make a big difference. Now, I don't do this for the money. I really don't care about the ads. I'll just be honest with you. This I do because I enjoy it, and it's not a form of income for me. And yes, I do make a little pittance on the ad revenue at the beginning, but I really don't care about it. And I have made a decision at the beginning of this whole thing that any revenue that I do get goes back into the channel, into making content to be able to share with you and to be able to enjoy my hobby. And that's it. So I don't pocket it or anything like that. I've gotten some comments to that effect, oh, you're trying to do that. No. Believe what you want. I don't really care, but that's the truth. Now, where this gets different is YouTube is going to go back, if I understood what I read properly, they're going to go back retroactively, and they're going to turn on mid-roll ads on all of your videos. I have over 200. I probably am pushing 300 videos now. I don't know. I haven't counted them lately, but there's a lot. And the only way to turn it off would be you have to manually go into each video, to my understanding, and turn them off again. The other thing you have to do is you have to remember now, another thing to remember when you're posting a video, to turn them off when you're posting the new video. They do give you the option to shut them off. But if not, there will be ads placed throughout the video. And any video over 8 minutes long is going to be subject to this. So unless you're one of those channels that posts a whole bunch of short videos, which there's a business in that, you're going to be subjected to this. So I'm telling you this because I don't want to get bombarded with messages about people complaining about the ads. It is what it is. I can't control it. You all have to remember that YouTube is a free service. I don't pay anything to post my videos on YouTube. And YouTube is privately owned. It's not owned by me. I don't own stock in it or anything like that. It's not a government-owned thing. So therefore, I'm using it at their leisure. And I appreciate that. That's one of the reasons that I monetize my videos. Reason number 2 is it's generally agreed upon and understood that if you don't monetize your videos, that it will affect other people being able to find your videos on YouTube. So that's an important thing as well. So for those two reasons, YouTube has to have income to maintain their servers and all that they do. At least that's what I believe. You know, being a business owner myself, I understand it. So I don't have a problem with monetizing. But what I am saying is that I've always tried to just turn on by default an ad at the beginning and an ad at the end. And I don't really watch my videos, so I don't know what comes up or what it looks like. I really don't. People comment on videos that I did 3 years ago, and I can't remember what I did half the time. I apologize to say. But that's the way it is. So just so you know up front, that's what's going to happen with that. Now let's get back to some of the other news here. If you notice, my bench that's always messy is now even more messy. It's probably the messiest you've ever seen it. And the reason being is that this bench is in the process of being moved to a new area. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, as you can see, I have built a new bench, or at least I'm in the process of doing so. And I've had a 3-day weekend, and it was a lot of work. I worked about 14 hours a day to just get it to get something set up. But this is going to be a long process, finishing the build of this desk and then occupying it with all the test equipment. I have way more test equipment than any bench could ever hold, so I have to pick and choose which pieces of test gear I want up here. And it's not all just functionality, it's also because I make videos and I want to be able to use different techniques and different test equipment for you to see. So there's a lot of consideration going into this bench, not just being good for me to work at, but also from a standpoint of making it easier with the video portion of it, and to be able to do different things. You know, I work on a lot of tube gear. I work on shortwave radio, old radios, stereo, hi-fi audio, transistor, all kinds of things. So it has to be able to accommodate that. So you can see a little bit how I did it, and I'll give you a little taste of what's going on here. So I don't have all the lighting in, nothing like that. But you can see it, and the power section is mostly done. I'm still working on it. You can see there's a much more advanced dim bulb tester. I haven't done the speaker load section yet or anything like that. But you can see down here some of the things that I'm working on. And no, these aren't the permanent places where all this stuff, and this isn't necessarily the equipment that's going to be on this desk. I just have things moved out of the way for now. But you can get an idea of what we're going to have, and you can see the track for the camera mount, the arm that's going to be able to move. And I'm even going to try to maybe get another mount up high where I can come down and do like a dual video for the test equipment. I don't know yet. It's all a work in progress, but that's what's going on right now. I'm pretty busy, and with what little time I have, I'm working on this. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is the best news of all, and that is I'm going to be welcoming my new grandson into the world here very shortly. At which point in time, of course that doesn't affect you all, but certainly affects me. But at that point in time, I'm going to be taking some time off of work to be around for my daughter, my wife, my kids, and my grandchild. And I'll have some time around the house here to work more on the project. So hopefully, at that point in time, I might get a little bit of more time to finish this project. At which point, we're going to resume work where we left off on this Hallicrafters SX42. And hopefully we can get a little further along. I did shoot a little more footage on this. I did get a little bit further with it. I was able to get somewhat of the IF to start to work. I've recapped the IF transformers, put new mica caps in them, But there's still some more issues. This thing has a lot of problems, and it's going to take us a while to get through them all. So this is a good video series, I'm sure, when we get back to it. So anyway, that's where I am. I promise you I'll give you a little tour of the bench when it's finished, and we'll be back as soon as I can get back. But the videos are not going to be really very often right now. There'll be some delays. Same thing with the emails. I have a whole bunch of emails I have to go through this weekend and try to get caught up. And I'll get to most of them, but maybe not all of them. So be patient with me. I cannot answer your emails as quickly as you send them. And I cannot accept any new work for anybody. We talked about that in my frequently asked questions video. Go back and watch that. I get a little more into why I'm not taking any new jobs. So anyway, as always, I wish you all peace, joy, happiness, and good health in your lives. I hope all is well with you, and I hope all has been well while I've been away here. And I wish you all the best, and we'll be back soon. Take care. Bye-bye.